Today I will go through with you how to pick up a dropped stitch, whether that be dropped by one row or it could even be all the way down here. I will show you how to do it with a crochet hook, but if you don't have a crochet hook, I can also use, or I do also use, 2 double pointed needles or just another pair of knitting needles. That's only if it gets dropped too far down. So first of all, we need to drop a stitch. I've been knitting along and there we go, one drop stitch. That one's dropped down, 2 rows now. Don't know if you can quite see that. All I'm going to do is pick up the loop. Now that loop is nice and secure on my needle. Yep, you can see that now. And then I'm going to pick up that bottom loop. Focus. So the bottom loop that it's dropped from, pick that one up onto my right hand needle, and then I'm going to lift up that stitch up and over, and then pick up that other loop and lift the stitch up and over, and pop the stitch back on my needle and continue knitting. So that's if it's just dropped down a couple of rows. Sometimes you're knitting along and you find that it's dropped way down and you end up with this. Don't worry, grab your crochet hook. The first thing to do, make sure that these stitches on your needles are nice and secure. So just pull your needles through, and then we're just going to grab that loop from our knitting. So now that's the stitch, it's all secure, and we're going to just scoop each little bar up. So this is each little dropped stitch all the way up. And back to 2 rows, 1 row dropped. There we go. Now I'll pop it onto my left hand needle, ready for working. Sometimes though you don't have a crochet hook, and if you're a knitter you probably don't even need a crochet hook. So we can use 2 knitting needles. The first one I'm going to take and I'm going to pop it in to that drop stitch just to make sure I've got it nice and secure and it can't go any further. And then I'm going to pick up that loop. And you can do it with this needle, but it can get a bit fiddly. I'm going to take my other double point and I'm going to pick the stitch up and over. Pick up the loop, pick the stitch up and over. Do this all the way back up. Sometimes you will find that your dropped stitches, once you pick them back up, they can look slightly uneven compared to the rest of your knitting. Don't worry about that. Once you've done your blocking and once you've washed your garment, whatever it may be, it will look completely even. And then just knit to the end of the row. I hope you have found this video useful on how to pick up drop stitches, whether it be just 1 row or all the way down. There we go. So you can hardly see where the dropped stitches were now. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next Monday.